Assalamu alaikum, this is Khalid and you're watching the 27th episode of Arab Guy on Battle Spot, where I go battling on the battle spot with my commentary. Last episode I said I will be considering my options in regards to how I do my episodes with the new VGC 2016 format. At this point, I feel there's no other way other than to play on Showdown. Personally, I don't like laddering on Showdown because of how can I put this? It's more like it feels different than playing on the 3DS, and at least on compared to the battle spot, people over there don't feel as good, and there's too many rage quitters and cursing and so on, so I'm kind of forced to use it. But once people start making teams on the 3DS, including myself, maybe we'll have a battle spot ladder where we can play VGC 16 rules. Then I'll start playing on the 3DS, so until that happens, it's battle spot for me. So with that aside, let's jump in. My rating is at 1658. Ever since the announcement of the rules, my opponent is from Japan, 1603. Ever since the announcement of the new rules, I haven't been as motivated to go up the ladder, and it looks like we're up against a camera up mirror, interestingly enough. So we see here Camerapt, Aboma Snow, Clowitzer, Aegislash, Landorus, and Cresselia. It's an interesting team. And for the first time, I think I'll actually lead with Bishop this time. I mean, actually use him and Salamence as well. Yeah, Salamence Bishop seems really good here. And in the back, I want to have Cresselia just to reverse the Trick Room in case he pulls it off. But I kind of also want the Among Us. Actually, I don't think Among Us would do too well here. So I'll just bring Cresselia in the back. Easy matter. The Among Us would be nice to just put things to sleep in case he manages to pull up the Trick Room. Though I think bringing Cresselia just to reverse it would be better. Plus with Bishop and Salamence, I don't think he'll ever be able to manage the Trick Room. Manage to pull off a Trick Room, I mean. So there's my Bishop and Salamence, and that's Cresselia and Clowitzer. Okay. So I'm left with two options here. Either I let him pull off that Trick Room, or he knocks out my Salamence. Or he protects either one of them and does whatever he wants, so it's a bit of a risk for me here. Though Bishop has Focus Sash, so it's less risky for me, or at least not as risky for Bishop, but both Cresselia and Clowitzer can carry Ice Beam. Need to figure out my turn quickly. I'll go straight into the Crossalia. Let's see what he does here. Okay, no protect. Okay, so he decided to go full out. Ah. Knockoff won't be enough to knock it out. Actually, okay. Okay, so he goes for Aura Sphere onto the Bisharp and Ice Beam onto that. It's really unfortunate they managed to proc the Citrus Berry, but at least I'm not under threat of a Trick Room right now. I'll bring the Azumarill. He doesn't mind the Trick Room too much. I want to knock off again, just in case. I think I'll knock off the clothes and Belly Drum with Azumarill. Can't do too much to Azumarill, so should be okay. Oh, Helping Hand. Okay. That's what he does here. I'll knock it off anyway. Does a decent amount of damage. I go for the Belly Drum. Maybe he'll go into the Azumarill, which is a bit strange, I guess. Or maybe he goes for the Muddy Water. Sometimes I've seen that once. Okay, Water Pulse onto Azumarill. Okay. Knock off that. Aqua Jet. That. With the Belly Drum up, I don't see him doing too much at this point. So there's the Landorus, and that's Camerupt. Yeah, I don't think. Actually, this is actually quite interesting. Azumarill can only knock out one of the two. If Camerupt goes for the Heat Wave, I'll be fine. But if he goes for the Earth Power, then I'm not fine. But the Bisharp is still around. So here's what I'll do. Knockoff won't do too much damage, so I'll go for the Sucker Punch and Aqua Jet the Landorus. Okay, the camera protects. I think the protect wasn't a good play here. Aqua Jet knocks out the Landorus, no questions. Oh, Focus Sash. That's interesting. Focus Sash. Of all items, Focus Sash. I can't think of it, maybe going for a double protect just to scout out what he'll do would have been much better. So now I'm in a very awkward position. Might as well just take out the Landorus. See what happens. Maybe he'll miss the heat wave multiple times. Unless that's an eruption Camelot. And that's a heat wave. Okay. Yeah, we won't survive another one. Psychic again. Maybe he'll miss the heat wave. That would be nice. Heat wave. No miss. And we lose. Okay, first turn wasn't good. I did not consider the citrus berry happening on the. I didn't consider Cresselia carrying the citrus berry, which the Salamence proc, or at least caused it to proc, and then Bisharp used knockoff with minimal damage, causing it to survive, which caused the Salamence to get knocked out. And when I brought in the Azumarill, that point was fine, things were going smoothly for me. But then, not the issue was when I went for the. Well, I mean, when my opponent went for the Protect Earthquake play, and I did not, and I failed to knock out the Landorus from there, thanks to the Focus Sash. So that was actually very unexpected. I'm kind of curious how well Focus Sash and Landorus would do in a best of 3. You'll notice my in party. This is just things to come. My rating is at 1640. Not looking good. Well, at least we used the Salamence and Bisharp once. So Igor from Russia. Ooh. 1597. That's an interesting team. Gardevoir, Suicune, Hydreigon, what's his name? Metagross, Breloom, and Infernape. So looking at this, I definitely want to bring. Okay, what are the chances he'll bring his Hydreigon? So I'm thinking Amoonguss, Cresselia. And Camerupt Azumarill in the back. That way at least I have a good chance of getting the Trick Room up. So if he leads with Infernape Hydreigon, I would be in a really bad position. Since my Cresselia doesn't have Protect, and Infernape usually carries Fake Out. And then there's that Breloom. Actually, considering the Breloom, I will not go Camerupt. I'll go with Salamence instead. I think it's better for both of them. Bisharp should be useful here, at least to annoy him. Actually, I'll go with the Cresselia mode. Camerupt, Amoonguss, Azumarill, go. Yeah, that's one of the issues when you have two modes for your team. You end up thinking, should I bring this or should I bring that? Okay, so he called my Cresselia camera up lead. He's obviously going to fake out Cresselia. I'm slightly tempted to just go for the Psychic. I'm also tempted to he's definitely going to go for the fake out onto the Cresselia. So I'll just go for the Trick Room. And Camerupt is probably going to eat a Scald, so I'll just switch out into Among Us. He goes straight into Fear Blitz. Oh wow, he absolutely called it. Wow. That's interesting. But at least we still get the Trick Room. And he gets the burn. Okay, this is fine. I'll not bring the camera just yet. I'll bring the Azumarill, Belly Drum, and Psychic the Infernape. Should be fine. I don't think Suicune should be too much of a threat to Azumarill unless he burns me. But even then, with the Belly Drum, we should still be able to do tons of damage. He's taking his time. That's actually, what I think he did is Flare Blitz and Scald onto the Camerupt on the first turn. So he'd catch basically whatever's going to happen. There's my Belly Drum. I'm fine with this Beryllium switching because I'll be just psyching it. I'll use Psychic on it. Should be a 2-hit KO. And he scalds the Azumarill, hoping for a burn. Yeah, I'm not afraid of the Beryllium. I'm expecting the double protect this turn. Psychic and clear off. Hopefully it won't miss. That 10% miss chance is not very nice. Yeah, my opponent is taking his time considering his options. Not that I blame him. If you have a +6 Azumarill on the loose, it's definitely a big problem. Suicune goes out. So let's see what comes out here. he brings in Fernape, I will have to double into the Prelume. It's already protected. So I'll Aqua Jet and Psychic the Prelume. I don't want it to put my Esmeralda to sleep. Okay, there's a fake out onto the Esmeralda, which is fine. We're going to Psychic that and get knocked out. So I don't think my opponent has any chance of winning here. Unless something really crazy happens. There's a Gardevoir, should get knocked out by the Aqua Jet, the +6 Aqua Jet. So easy going from here. Psychic this, Aqua Jet that, and probably a good game. Let's see, maybe Gardevoir survives somehow. But even if Gardevoir somehow survives and pulls off a Hyper Voice, we still have Camerupt in the back. Here's the Mega. Gardevoir obviously protects. Fernape uses Feint. Okay. I'm guessing just for the priority attack. Not that it matters. I mean, Esmeralda has a +1 priority over all of Gardevoir's attacks, so helping hand just for the style points. But it might matter, you don't know. Maybe that's max HP, max defense, bolt Gardevoir or something. So there it is, we knocked it out and we won against Igor from Russia. With love. So good games with my opponents. That turn 1 in this second game was really interesting. Though I think that was a really nice, a very interesting play. The Flare Blitz and potentially the Scald onto the Camerupt. But I may have protected, so that's something my opponent should have considered. If I protected, basically nothing happens. Then my Cresselia sets up the Trick Room, and then my opponent did nothing, and I set up everything. So you've got to be careful with situations like that, especially when your opponent still did not use Protect. So I'm trying to build up my VGC15 team. I've been using Groudon on Showdown. He's pretty good. He's actually, I believe, the top tier Mega at the moment. I'm not Mega, restricted Legendary at the moment. I've been trying out Dialga. He's quite fun, especially if you have Trick Room. You'll notice I love using Trick Room, especially when it's a Trick Room setter that can attack, which Dialga can do, by the way, which is really, really nice. I love it. Kangaskhan is still good, basically a big fat fake out machine. Mawile is interesting. I still haven't gotten around to using it, but people have been having good results with it. Intimidate and being a steel type knocks out Xerneas. Remega Rayquaza haven't been much of a threat, to be honest, or at least not as big as of a threat people have been hyping it up as. So yeah, I may have VGC16 tomorrow. I'm not sure. So this episode might be the last VGC15 episode. I'll see how it goes tomorrow, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow with whichever format I decide to use. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.